Hello, welcome back to the another video. This is Uzar Ahmad, and today I'm going to tell you about a new case study. It is on the topic of telco churn product. Here we will take the dataset from the telecom company and who is having the problem for the churn in their business. So we will check here what exactly is the problem in this dataset and how we can analyze different aspects in this dataset. Okay, and here also we are going to see if there is any data cleaning required in it or no. So let's get into this. We are importing some of the necessary libraries which we are using in this project. So the important library is Pandas and NumPy, Matplotlib, Pyplot as PLT, Seaborn as SNS. So Matplotlib and Seaborn we are going to use for the visualization and NumPy and Pandas for the data cleaning. So here I'm going to call the variable dataset and calling the telco.cv, which is in the same directory. This file I'm taking out, and I would like to see the two rows only. So I'm selecting head and in the brackets 2. So here I would like to see what exactly the data is look like. So the customer ID is here, gender, age, under 30, senior citizen, married, dependents, number of men, dependents, country, state, and some of the rows are missing here. Okay, and total extra, total revenue, satisfaction, churn label, churn score, churn category, churn reasons. These are the columns we can see from the dataset. So many of the columns which we don't require in it, so that we are going to drop. Okay, and let's see is there any null values in it. So dataset, I'm calling the variable dot is null in the brackets dot sum in the brackets. I'm using the same function. It will show the null value. See, the offer has the null value, and the internet type, churn reason, churn category has the null values. Okay, so now we are going to see the dataset.info, which give us the complete information about the data. So it is showing that there are 7,043 entries, okay, and 50 columns in it. So here you can see the data type and the non-null and the null values. Okay, so now I would like to see the shape of this. So I'm taking the dataset as a variable which we have selected and dot shape function we are using. So it is giving the same which is mentioned here in the info. Okay, so now we are going to see some of them, the rows you have seen, it's not showing all. See, after 19 it's not reflecting. So here I'm going to use the function display dataset 02. So these are the two columns, okay, and in the T form. So here you can see all the data is available here. So we can see the missing rows also, columns also here in this. So this is the total data looks like. Here I will see the internet type. Okay, so I am going to actually fill it. See the internet, look here. So the internet type has 1526 null values. So I'm going to fill those. So what I'm doing, I'm taking the dataset variable and into that I'm calling this column internet type. It must be same. Okay, dot fill and here I'm mentioning again the variable internet type, the column, and I'm taking the mode function. Okay, so most of you have already know about the stats. So mean median mode is this. So I'm using the mode function here, 0 and in place equals to true, so that it can be visible into the dataset. Okay, and the same thing I'm going to do here in this also. So what I'm using the for loop for I in dataset dot select d types include is equals to object, okay, dot columns. So here I would like to print dataset I, which I have taken here, fill any dataset I mode Okay, so I'm again using the mode in place equals to true. So the values will go again, it will be filled. So now I will see the dataset dot is null dot sum again dot sum. So here you can see the null value is 0. If we want to see the city and their value counts, so we will take the variable and the column city dot value count. This is the function which we are taking, so it will show us the city names: Los Angeles, San Diego, San Jose. Okay, so these are the number of list and it is showing the value counts. Okay, so these are the 293 entries in it, San Diego 285, and look, there are some of them which has 2222 entries available. So same like this, we are going to do it with the internet type. We can select the variable dataset and taking the column internet type dot value counts function we are using. So here you can see internet type. There are three functions available in the column. The one is fiber optic, the second is DSL, and the third one is cable. So the fiber optic users are 4561, DSL 1652, and the cable 830. So these are the things which we are looking in the form of numerical data. It's not the graphical one. Graphical we are going to visualize in below, but here I'm just giving you the examples how it is look like without the visuals. So if you would like to see the churn label, the same thing. So you can see yes and no. So those who has not churned 5174, the one which has churned 1869. So you can see the D type also. The data type is integer 64. Okay, so obviously these are the numbers, so it will be in the integer. And then again, if would like to work on the number of referrals, how many number of referrals were there, value counts you will see. So here you can see these are the numbers available. Again, D type is int 64. I would like to see the columns over here. These are the 50 columns here showing. Dataset dot columns is the function we are using. Okay, so now I would like to see the top 10 cities who has generated a revenue. Okay, so what I am going to do, I'm taking the variable top underscore 10 underscore cities is equal to dataset dot group by function I'm using, because in the city I want to take the revenue, total revenue. Okay, so this is between the two columns we are going to work. So we are taking the city and as well as the total revenue, and what we want from the total revenue is the sum. Okay, so we are taking the using the function sum dot sort values. Ascending is equals to false. By default ascending is true, but here we want to make it ascending false, so that's why we are using this function. And dot head we are taking 10 because we are working on the 10 cities. So here you can see the city and it's showing the top 10 with the sum. See, Los Angeles has this number, San Diego, San Jose, all are here. So the same I'm going to plot in the graphical way. So how I will do it? I'm taking the figure, plt.figure, figure size I'm taking 10 by 8. Okay, and plt.py I'm using, and top 10 cities which I've taken the variable here. I'm taking the same here. Label I want, yes, dot index auto PCT. I've already told you in the below videos that you have to remember this function. These are the functions which we need to remember for the percentage. So percentage 1.1 f percentage percentage. So it will show the percentage in the pie. Start angle is 90 degree. You can select it. It can be 45, 30, anything you can use. And the colors is equals to plt.cm dot tab 20 dot colors. I am actually taking the colors here, the colorful, so it can be visible and clear for everyone. So PLT title I am taking top 10 city revenue. You can select anything. You can mention PLT axis. So I want the equal PLT dot show. So here you can see this graph. This plt.access, I'm taking the equal aspect ratio ensures that the pie is drawn as a circle. Okay, so that's why we are using it in equal. And plt.show, so it will show you the pie. It is look like this. It shows the city name with the percentage of the revenue. So now if you'd like to do the same thing and you would like to have it for the 20 cities, you can do it for the 20 cities as well, but here I am using the bar chart, bar plot. Okay, so here SNS Seaborn library I am taking SNS x is equals to top 10 cities. I am taking this variable and y is equals to top 10 cities dot index I want here. So the pathlet I am using with this. X label I want sales, and on the Y labels I want city. X sales and Y city. So here you can see the top 10 city revenue. So it is showing in the bar plot like this way. So now I'm going to import the plotly.express as px because I want to make the tree map. So it will look like this. You will find it extremely incredible. See how it is look like. You can see we can check the yes and no with the city wise. So this is showing all of the cities here. So all our data is mentioned in it. It is called the tree map. So if I will click on the Los Angeles, it will be like this. It will show the label no, total revenue, parent is Los Angeles. Okay, so in the yes, you can see this total revenue and this. So this is how it looks like. Let's go down and see. So we have this scatter chart. You can see the platter.scatter. I'm using this function dataset total revenue I called the column, and dataset I'm taking total refunds. So here I'm taking the difference between the revenue and the refunds which we have given. So on the X level I've shown the revenue, and on the refunds I've shown in the Y label. So you can see those are the refunds which we have given. So these are the scattered plot position, and this one is showing the same, which is for the not only the revenue. This is only the revenue. Let's go down and make some more interactive chart and using the different number of columns which we have, because we have a lot of data set which is depending on 50 columns. So here I am taking the plt.figure using the SNS bar plot chart. X I'm taking gender, and Y I'm taking the population because we have the population also. Data I am using the dataset. You churn label because our main focus is on the churn, so that's why we would like to see what are the impacts going on in the dataset. So this is for the male and this is for the female gender. Okay, so you can see yes is for the churn label, no is for not for the churn. So you can see the impact of the total population, and the decisions depend on the male and the female gender like this. So now I have again using the tree map, which is for customer status, gender, and churn label. And values, I would like to take the total revenue obviously. So here you can see the male, female. This is showing for the state customers, and this is for showing for the churned customers, male and female wise. So this is the interactive chart, and I hope you like this chart and you will use in your practice sessions. Okay, so now I am taking this SNS bar plot X customer status and Y dataset city, and which is equal to Los Angeles, because I only want to see in the city Los Angeles data. So here I am using equal to hue. I'm taking again churn label. Data I'm calling my dataset. Okay, so PLT Y label I'm using the Los Angeles, and on the X-axis I'm using the customer status. So when I run it, it will show the joint customer here, straight customer, and the churned customer. So those who have churned, it's showing here in the blue. Now I would like to see, this is basically I was playing with my data set. So I was like taking the total population in the x-axis and y in the churn region, and I have seen that lot of, see, the lot of reasons are here, which is showing total population for the California state, which is having, and most of the reasons you can see the computer made better offer. So that's why they churned and they utilize or use the another competitor services. So basically, you know that internet is necessary for everyone, and anyhow they want to have one for their work. So once they will churn from one company, so they will join obviously another company. So the second most reason for this is lack of affordable download upload speed, and the third most reason I've seen is the deceased. And more than that, what I've seen below is attitude of support person. So this is another the problem where you have seen reason for churning is attitude. So when the representative of the company goes to the client and they misbehave or not have the good attitude towards the client, so also it affects on the churn. So now what I will see for here is something I have called the cities. So here you can see all the cities and their total revenue. Yes, so you can see it's a big plot. Yes. So you can play with the data set. You will know how to draw those things and do the practice only. The practice make you perfect. So I suggest you to do the practice with the dataset. Dataset link I will give you in the description. You can download. Here I'm using the plt.figure. Figure size is 4 by 100 because again I'm taking the customer status, and in the y-axis I am taking the city. So city, you know, there are list of big cities. It will show here like this, and this is how it goes down. You can see it is showing the churn label, yes, no. So you can play with the data set, no issues, no worry. SNS.barplot, x is equals to referred a friend, y is equals to population data set I'm using, q is equals to customer status, and c. These are the churn, state and join, yes and no. So they are basically referred a friend. Now you can see I'm taking number of referrals this time. Y in the population, data set, customer status, churn, joined state, and see this is reflecting the 11 number of referrals we have in this data set. Going to see the bar plot. X is the satisfaction score, Y is the population data. I'm using the data set. So you can see this, the satisfaction score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, the populations here. So the competitor is the blue one for the churn category, dissatisfaction, attitude, other, price. So most of them use the option in the second category for the competitor reason, and the second thing will be as it the other they are using, and the price issue also matter here. And here I'm using the satisfaction score, population. So you can see here the satisfaction score and the population here, and the churn label here I'm using the churn label, yes and no. So this time again the same, and here I'm using the internet type, and I this time use the age and dataset I'm using. So here you can see the DSL age wise, how many numbers of age people. So here you can see the age for the DSL users, fiber optic users, and the cable users. And now I am plotting the pie chart. Dataset is equals to I'm taking the PT data frame, which is churn label. Yes, no, no, no. I'm selecting here my explode 0.2. I want to make the explode the difference here. See, you can see this. So this is due to my explode 0.2 I have selected. So this will give the 0.2% gap here. So count, I'm taking the data set churn label dot value count, counts dot plot dot py, and autopact is equals to the percentage which show here. This is the formula, and I'm using explode here is equals to my explode. I'm taking this variable for the 0.2. So PLT title I'm selecting here, and see this image. So we can download the image also here, save as, and you can copy it to the clip. Now you can see sns.barplot x, I'm taking the customer status, and y I'm taking the population churn label, and dataset I'm selecting. This time I want the city and Ontario. Okay, so I'm using the is equal to function, and PLT title I'm selecting churn report for California State City Ontario. So it will show only for the Ontario joint customers, state customer, churn customers. So this is how it looks like. Again, I'm taking this variable, and this is for see here. Again, I'm using the streaming TV and age columns here, taking dataset and hue in churn level. So see, this time I did not select the title, so it's not showing here. Okay. SNS.barplot internet service versus age I'm taking here. So this is how you can be able to evaluate your dataset and visualize it. You can take out the details from it, and you will find what are the matters, what are the problems in the data. So this is how you can be able to see what exactly is the problem in the dataset, and what how you can be able to do. So this is how you can be able to see what exactly is the data look like, and how you can be able to visualize it, and what data you can, and from what, and from this data what are the good things you can take out for the company, and which can be able for them to take the good decisions for the future. So here for the churn label you can give the reasons to the company that why the churns are happening and what are the factors behind it. So these are the things you can find out and you can represent it. So this is how it look like, and that's it for this video, and I hope that you like this video. Please like, subscribe to my channel to get notified for the new videos. I hope you will like this video, and see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.